Hey everyone, it's Chrissy here, the Creative Eclectic, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane, Australia. I'm a bit early tonight, but I thought I'd just go live and actually be on time for a change, so here we are. So we'll get started at 7, which is our scheduled time. I just wanted to make sure all the technology was working tonight. Okay. So if you're watching, make sure you say hello and tell me where you're watching from, and yeah, and we'll get started. Oh, hi Pam, thanks for watching. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so tonight we're making a fancy fold card, and I'm a bit excited about this one. It's something I haven't made for a little while, and I've done a lot of the stamping and prep work beforehand because I wanted to make sure that everything is all prepped and ready for you. Let's just see if I can zoom in a little bit so you're not seeing my whole messy desk. Oh, there, that might be a bit better for you. Move over this way a little bit. There we go. So last week when I went live, I talked about a little tool that I found at Bunnings, and I forgot to show it to you. So this is a little handy dandy tool I found at Bunnings. Now, I don't know about you, but I am always dropping my dies on the floor. And because when you have polished floors and you have acrylic nails, it's really hard to pick up things. So this is my little handy dandy magnetic tool that I got from Bunnings. It was, I think it was about $5. And I'm going to show you. Hey Glenda! It is so cool. So like it's got a little extendable arm, so you don't even have to bend over. That's not the issue though. And look, just picks up those little dies. So see, how cool is that? And like this is a magnetic sheet, so it's obviously stronger than the magnet. How are you, Glenda? Are you well? I'm guessing it's probably raining up there like it is here. It's rained here all day. Oh look, it even picks up my scissors. Yeah, so don't put it near your phone though. Hi Glenda S. How are you? Hope you're doing well. So look at that. It's really strong. Like these scissors aren't light. So this is my little handy dandy must-have tool from Bunnings. I'm sure you can buy it elsewhere, but you know, it's got little grippy things. So this is a nice little non-stamping tool that you need in your craft room. Hi Carolyn, thanks for watching. All right, so tonight I'm making a Christmas card, but it's not with the things that you would expect it to be with. So I'm not using Christmas paper, I'm using a Christmas stamp set, but not only for the sentiment, and I'm using the More Than Autumn stamp set. Now I need to check whether or not that is on the clearance, on the last chance list. Let me just have a look. Okay, I don't think it is. The bundle is retiring, but it doesn't look like that the stamp sets or the dies are retiring. So that's pretty cool. So it comes with, so at the moment it's a bundle, and it's not a cheap bundle, but it's not the most expensive. So it's $63, and it's got all sorts of like words, like nothing's better than, you've got cocoa and apple and hot, so you can say hot cocoa. I don't know what that one is. Anyway, and it's got all sorts of different dies. Now I've done my die cutting. It's got a donut. It's such a cute little stamp set. Okay. So, no rain for a few days. Oh, it's probably going to be there tomorrow, Glenda. Okay. Yeah, so we're using that set because I'm making a card for my the lady who owns and the staff at this coffee shop where we go for coffee, cake and cards every month. So I thought this would be a really nice thing to make her a coffee themed Christmas card. So just move the stamp set out the way. So the paper I'm using is the Latte Love paper. I think that's what it's called. Let me just look that up too. I had it all written down and I can't find that piece of paper. So it's from the Little Latte Suite, and it's called a Little Latte paper. So it's a 12 by 12 paper. As you can see, I've used a lot of it. I'm trying to use it up. It's, I believe it might be retiring, I think. Anyway, we'll find out. Okay, so yes, it is on the bundle's on the last chance list. Oh, the paper's not on the last chance list. Okay, there we go. And so the Christmas stamps that I'm using is just for the sentiments, and it's the Christmas labels. All right, and this is from the mini catalogue. All right, and so I've already die cut. I've done lots of stuff with that. So I've been so organised. I've even got everything in little packets. Oh goodness, Delphi's not happy. Anyway, all right, and I've done lots of stamping, and I'm hoping it doesn't rain too, Glenda. I have already spoken to them today and made sure that we're in our correct place that we're supposed to be. All right, so we're going to start this card with a piece of early espresso. Now this is basically a quarter of an A4 sheet. So it's 5 3/4 by 10.5 centimetres, so 14.9 centimetres. Hey Megan. And then this one is an 1/8 of an inch smaller, so this is pecan pie. Then I have a piece of the what is it? A Little Latte paper. Now this is wide by, let's see, 5.5. So it's actually 12 inches long. All right. So we're doing a fancy fold. So all I've done here, well, just starting with the base first, is I've just folded it in half, or folded it at the 5.5 mark, and then folded that other half, the rest of it, in half. So it's just going to go like that. All right. Now I don't even know what this card is called, so we're going to get started. How are you, Megan? We're going to get started, and I've had my glue resting upside down, so I have to use it with the short end. Yeah. So we're just going to pop this on here. Okay. I don't know if you can. I've got a bit of a delay. Okay, we're going to pop this on here, and we're just going to use our bone folder to just smooth out any air bubbles. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Megan. My back hasn't improved since Thursday, so that's a bit sad. I had a cortisone injection on Wednesday, so I was hoping that I'd get all the feeling back in my leg and my foot. I got some of it back, but not all. So we'll just see. So we're going to attach this pattern paper to the front of our card. And we're just going to make sure that there's a border all the way around. And I'm just going to grab my trusty little glue thingy and put that there so that I remember to keep my... So this is the base of our card. I haven't put that on right, so I'm just going to gently ease that up. This is where I needed my needed some what do you call that stuff? Dental floss to pull it off with, but it's okay. So I'm just going to reline that up. Yeah, I discovered today I need to make another 40 more cards. It's like, oh no, 40 more Christmas cards. Like, oh. So everyone knows what I'm going to be doing for the next few days. All right, so this is the base. Now I've got a piece of white that I've die cut. I'm just going to pop this on the back because this is where I'm going to be writing. It's die cut it with the Nested Essentials dies. I'm just going to pop that on the back there. Make sure it's about equal in from the left and right. Okay. Now there is a bit of a delay with the internet tonight, so I'm hoping that you're still all hearing me. And okay, so the next thing I've got here is I've got another piece of the latte paper and a piece of early espresso. Now this is 3 1/4 by 2 1/2, and the espresso is 3 3/8 by 2 5/8. So we're just going to stick those together as well. You haven't made any Christmas cards? Oh, yeah, well I have started my Christmas shopping. I'm still catching up on birthday shopping. because we were going to Stanthorpe with my mum for her birthday, and we didn't end up going because Dad got COVID. And so what I was going to buy her was something from the Christmas tree farm, but because we didn't get there, I didn't buy that. So now I have to come up with something else. And the gift that I bought her for Christmas, my sister Linda gave it to her for her birthday. So that wasn't good planning. So we're just going to attach this espresso card with dimensionals to our card base. Now this isn't the card that you think that it is going to be, all right? It's much more detailed than what it looks right now, all right? So this is, oh, you haven't had the NBN for 3 weeks. That's no good at all. See, we've got 5G internet, and that's a bit spotty today as well. So there we go. So we've just pop that on the front like that. Now we're going to pop something on the inside. So I've got another piece of the latte, and I want to put that on this panel here. Now I want to make sure my hearts are the right way. Yeah, I posted 33 cards today. I've got 75 left to post, and then about another 20 left to hand out. So yeah, I sort of feel a bit overwhelmed by Christmas cards at the moment, but that's okay. I usually have made enough at this time of the year, but this year I haven't. All right, so I'm just sticking, this piece of pecan pie was 3 3/8, okay, by 2 5/8. Okay, and we're just going to stick that in this little panel bit here. Now I have got another piece of white that I don't think I'm going to use that white. I have already on a piece of petal pink stamped, and I cut out the also, I've used these Christmas labels. These are the dies that come with the Christmas labels, and I have cut out this one here. So it's very, very intricate, and so I've cut it out twice, once with the pattern paper and also once with the petal pink. So then I can just pop that in the card somewhere. I might pop it over here, or I might pop it over here. We'll decide that as we get towards the end. The other thing that I already stamped using the Christmas labels and cut with the Christmas labels, and I stamped this, it says Merry Christmas to you, so I've used the early espresso and the real red, and this is a die, and so I did it on white, and then I also did it on petal pink, and then I just sponged the white. So we're going to pop them to one side for now. All right, so I was very, very prepared today. Okay, now we're going to get to the fancy part of our card. And so Oh, and look, I've even done little gingerbread men. Oh, I've done all sorts of things. So this is the first part. So I've got all these little packets so I know which section is which. Now, I'm going to start. So I have a piece of pecan pie. And so this is just an A4 length. And I have scored it at A4 length, and it's 1 3/8 wide. Okay, and then I've scored it at 5.5 thereabouts, or it might have been 5 3/4. Yeah, 5 3/4. And then I've folded this piece in half. All right, so you've got this. So when it opens, you'll have like a extra piece. All right. So we're going to start building this piece. I've got some petal pink as well. I just I've been very, very organised. And hi Leanne, thank you for watching. I hope it's nice where you are at the moment. Okay. Must be a bit late for you. Be after nearly your bedtime. Given that daylight saving thing. Alright, so I'm just going to pop some petal pink there. And again, I've got, and I don't know how this is going to turn out because I didn't make a prototype. And I've got some more of this little latte pattern paper. So, and it's a very non-traditional Christmas card we're making. Not traditional Christmas colours. And I'm okay with that. Okay. Because sometimes it's just nice to have different colours and use up other paper in your stash on Christmas cards. So there's about 1/8 of an inch difference between the pattern paper and the petal pink. All right, and now I'm going to, out of one of my other packets, I've got some more pattern paper and petal pink, and then in this one. So I've got just cut a couple of pieces. Now you can adjust this to whatever size you like. All right, and just sort of maneuver it so you can see a bit of a border. Okay, now I'm going to pop this next piece on. A few people watching. Make sure you say hello if you're watching. And please, I do have a big delay because of the rain. 5G doesn't seem to like rain. So I'm sitting right next to the internet box, and it looks like it's working, but who would know? Okay. Oh, that's the wrong piece. That must be that piece there. And it doesn't matter, like if you've got a piece that's, oh great, Megan, that's good. I always get a bit worried. If you've got a piece that you've cut a bit smaller, or you've picked up the wrong piece by mistake, don't worry about it. Just adjust the size, all right? So this one here, I've picked up the wrong piece by mistake, so I'm just going to chop a bit off the end. And it's not going to make a difference to how my card turns out. All right. luckily I have my paper trimmer. And look, it's a good idea if you can to try and line up your paper and cut it so that the pattern flows. But if it doesn't, mine is going to have so much stuff on it that it won't really matter. I'll just grab my paper trimmer. That's interesting. I'm just going to chop a little bit off this one. I'm not even worried about exact measurements. I'll just chop a little bit more off. Sometimes when you're trying to chop a teeny bit off, it doesn't work quite the way that you want it to. Right, so you just need to use your scissors and trim it and hope that you've cut in a straight line. There we go, that's as straight as I'm going to get it. All right, so I've got these 3 pieces like this. All right, I don't even know what type of card this is called. Ooh. I'm going to use the other end to spread that out. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to our last coffee, cake and cards tomorrow at Joe & Co. That will be fun. I don't know. I haven't decided where we're doing coffee, cake and cards next year. I've got a meeting at the sports club, but I did like going to Joe & Co's because it was next to Audi, and everybody used to go to Audi after coffee, cake and cards. So we all used to go down the Audi Isle of Dreams together and check everything out, but I'm not sure that will be where we'll be next year. We've got our little, I'm going to just lift that up just a little bit and use my scissors to trim that. Hey Kayla Renee, thank you for watching. Loved the card that you did on Saturday night. That was very nice. Okay, so we've got this. We're going to just put some glue on this bit. Okay. Oh, this one's nearly empty. Wish I had some glue. Megan's probably going, oh, Chrissy, you've got so much glue. I do actually. I have heaps of glue. I have a whole big basket, but most of that is in the car, ready to go to coffee, cake and cards. Oh, there we go. We've got a different glue. Okay, so the first bit we're going to just pop our, I don't even know what this, I wish I knew what this was called. Just going to pop our glue on that little bent bit there. I'm probably making it look harder than it is. And then I'm going to grab some dimensionals. And I've got some black dimensionals. You can use white or whatever. Whatever you have. I just thought I'd use black for something different. I'm just going to put 4. Let's do 5 because they're little ones. On this piece here. See, they're over here. Okay. It is still neat and tidy, Megan. It's still neat and tidy. Gosh, everything's pretty neat and tidy at the moment. So there we go. So we've got this little, just put some dimensionals on there. And so we've got this little sort of, I don't know what you'd call that. Anyway, it's called something. Oh, I'll have to look up what sort of card it's called. It might be a double trifold card, maybe. All right. So then I had a heap of stuff that I'd already made. Now this is using the More Than Autumn set. Oh, you're watching in bed with the dogs. Oh, Delphi's out terrorising Steve. So he's watching something that she doesn't like. It's got beeping or something. You know how some shows they have beeping on them. And she doesn't like beeping and she doesn't like buzzes, so she barks. So I've done a lot of colouring already. These ones here are the little coffee cups. And I've just stamped them on pattern paper, and I fussy cut them and then die cut them and put them, die cut a piece of espresso, and I stamped the white as well, the white cuff. Right, so they were already in my stash, and I had 3 of those. And this little coffee is a little die, and oh, it's so cute. Let me show you. I'm not doing a whole heap of die cutting because it's late. So there's a large one. Those is make sure that you put some adhesive behind them. So like I've got some also from this kit. I've got the gingerbread man, I've got the donuts, I've got straws, I've got candy canes, I've got the pie, which I've made into a lemon meringue pie because that's what they serve at our cafe. Now, I've also got, I'm just going to show you how I put this together. Now it's been stamped on the pattern paper, and I've got a piece of pecan pie. Now I fussy cut that one so that it would be smaller. And the reason I'm putting it on some cardboard or cardstock is to give it some more strength. Okay. Now we'll just stick that on. We're just sticking it on with some liquid glue. Now I didn't even need to stamp it on the pecan pie. I just already had one stamped. So now I've got my little coffee cuff, yes. And so I am going to just stick that on as well. Some liquid glue. Like if you have tweezers, this is the perfect thing to use tweezers for. I have 4 pair of reverse tweezers and I cannot find a single pair. I just do not know where they've gone. Okay, so I've got, so this is the very front panel, so this is going to have lots of stuff on it. Now I've die cut, I'll put it on this petal pink. I've die cut this little latte in white, and I didn't, oh hi Helen, thanks for joining. You're here though. I've die cut this, but I forgot to put the adhesive sheets on the back when I die cut it. Now I've decided I want to make that red. So I've got my dark real red. Use that blend, and I'm just going to colour that at the bottom. I should have used a brush end. A dark real red. And then get my light real red and just colour it as well. Now you could just do it all in one colour. Now I am not doing it all the one colour because I wanted it to be darker at the bottom. Okay. Now I'm feeling very, very organised tonight. Oh, the other thing that I've got a piece of this, it's iridescent ribbon, iridescent striped trim, and what I've done is I've grabbed, so it's normally white, but as you can see this piece is blue, so I've just grabbed my stamping blend, my dark balmy blue, and I've just coloured it because I want to have that in my background as well. Just while I remembered I needed to tell you about that. All right, so I've coloured my little latte. I'm just going to pop some glue on the back of it and try not to get it all over my fingers. And try not to get it on the front. Oh, goodness. Such a mess. I'm such a messy crafter. I've got it all over the front. And I'm just going to pop that on my little coffee label. Coffee cup label. Now, I'll grab a, oh, you would think that I could find the, Steve's tidied up in here. Now I can't find anything. Yep. All right, I'm just going to grab, I don't even have it. Look, I don't even have any tissues. So much for tidying up. Oh, here's one. Just going to wipe off that excess glue. I wouldn't normally use a tissue. I would normally use a baby wipe, but you use what you have, hey. All right. Now the other thing that I did with this is I have already stamped the the candy cane and the foam. So I didn't really want, oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling well, Kayla. Sending lots of love. I'll talk to you soon. We still have a date for our bow making. Anyway, so I'm just going to pop our little foam on the top. Now, I deliberately didn't want to stamp too much tonight because I wanted to concentrate on the fancy fold and showing you that you can have a Christmas card that without really having many Christmas stamps. I've done my straw, which I stamped in balmy blue, and I've coloured it with my stamping blend. All right, so we've got our latte. Now, I'm just going to open this out. And it's not going to open out real well because it's not going to open out flat, right? And what I want to do is I want to put this ribbon across the front. And it'll be peeking out. So I'm going to use some, actually I'm just going to close it for now. If I have enough, I'll put some on the other bits. I'm just going to use some tearing tape. Now don't freak out that I've put it all over here. You're not going to see it, trust me. All right, I'll get my bone folder and just rub it. Now when you rub it like that, it lifts off the end nice and easily. Okay, so now I've got my ribbon that I've coloured, and I'm just going to sort of zigzag it across over the top edge of the card. So this is going to be a very busy card. Busy, I don't know if busy is a word, but it's going to have it's got lots of stuff on it. And I think that, well, I'm mainly making it for Josh and Maya because they have really helped us, Joe and Co. So I'm mainly making it for them because they've helped us for over a year now. All right, so I've got that up there. So when it's open, you'll be able to see that ribbon. All right, if I wanted to do more ribbon, I could. That one's not quite even. It doesn't have to be even, and you can put some down lower because I've got few bits of high ribbon. I'm going to put a little bit down lower as well, and I might do the same on this side. That bit down lower. There we go. All right. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to have that one going up that way. And they're not even, and it's okay. So this is the iridescent stripe trim that I've coloured, Megan. All right. I've coloured it with my stamping blends. So now we're going to start popping these things on the front. So I want to have a donut behind my coffee cup. So I'm going to just glue that down. And then I'm going to have my coffee cup. And again, I'm just gluing that flat. Now I want my piece of lemon meringue pie, and I want that to sit up a little bit. So I've got some mini dimensionals. And the cream on my lemon meringue pie, I stamped some shimmer paper. So there's a little die. So the stamp is actually this stamp here, but there's a little die that just allows you to cut out that little bit at the top. So I thought that was pretty cool. I hadn't really played with this set much, so which is surprising since I'm so addicted to coffee. I'm just going to pop, I might have to move this one up a bit. And I can move it without wrecking it too much. So I can put my lemon meringue pie and still see the coffee. All right, so that's that one. So I'm going to start on the right hand side now, and I'm going to put my little donut, which has been decorated with a little gingerbread man and a candy cane. I'm going to pop my coffee next to that as well. I'm just going to put some on the bottom half of it and stick that down. Whoops, I'm going to move it up a bit. And it doesn't have to be straight. I'll sort of put it on an angle. Then I've got my piece of lemon meringue pie. I'm going to put that bit on an angle too. And I'm going to put that on with some dimensionals. Now I coloured my lemon meringue pie in with lemon lolly. So it might be a lemon curd pie with meringue. Maybe that's what I need to call it. I'm just going to pop that on there. And now I'm going to pop my latte one. And we're going to use some big dimensionals on that. And what I'm going to do is actually pop them here on the cardstock rather than try and put them on the back of my on the back of my cup. So there you go. So you've got, that's the start of it. And I'm going to put my Merry Christmas to you behind that. So when it opens out, it'll, and I'm only going to do that flat, so I'm sticking it down with glue. So when it opens, you'll be able to see it a little better. And I could just, I'm missing a candy cane, I'll have to find that. So see, that's how it's starting to look. I can move this down just a fraction so that I can see more of my Christmas. Just a fraction, almost off that. Should go that way. That's better, we can see more of it. There we go. So see, it's starting to come together. All right. Now we're going to do the middle section. And again, I was nicely prepared. Now I've got another little cup and everything that I've done here. So I've got the word believe, but I don't know that I'm going to use that. I might not. I just stamped a few things hoping that I might get the opportunity to use stuff. Now I've got my little latte there and I've got my donut which has been decorated. So this is going to be in the center there. Now we want to stick those down flat because they're going to close up. I have been super busy, Megan. I wanted to be super efficient tonight. and I was procrastinating on making the other 50 cards that I got to make. But I'm all ready for coffee, cake and cards tomorrow. I've sent Steve off to the post office with our 33 cards that we posted today. I've sent out my team gifts. Been very, very organised today. All right, so I've got those. Now we're going to get to the last one, last section. And again, I've stamped some extra bits, and I've got some extra bits here. So I've got my coffee and my lemon meringue pie. Now you could put that on dimensionals, but I'm just going to leave it flat. Be generous with the glue. Okay, so I need to put my little gingerbread man on here as well. I'm just going to pop that little gingerbread man over on the edge there. I really had fun getting this together. Now, I said before I was missing a candy cane on the front, so I found that one. All right. So we're going to pop that little candy cane over here. Because, you know, you have to have Christmas decorated donuts. The cafe doesn't make donuts, but donuts are my favourite thing. I feel like too. Now originally I did think, oh, I could put the Believe here or the Be Merry, but I just think you don't need to. So now I need to work out where I'm going to put my Sweet as Sugar Plum, and I think I'm just going to pop that. I think I'm just going to pop it here. I think that works. And I don't think I need to write on that bit. I think that, well, we could always put the Be Merry across there, or the Believe across there. The Be Merry might be nice. Or we can just leave it plain. What do we think? Do we think we need to leave it plain? Now, I'm just going to turn this over, and I'm just going to pop glue all on the back of this, because we don't want to have it sitting up. We just want it nice and flat. So make sure you tell me whether you think that we need a Be Merry or a Believe there, or whether you think we should just leave it plain. So that's it plain. That's with the Be Merry. You think leave it plain? You don't? Oh, great. That's what I was sort of thinking. Now the other thing that I've got is I've got some of this from the mini catalogue, twine, and I want to use that as well. I've even got a bow. I did a bow as well. I've got and I've got some more little gingerbread men. So I'm going to put the little gingerbread men. I'll pop one up here. And then another one, like he's sliding down the latte. And then this one over here. So this was a lot of die cutting for this card. So there's heaps and heaps of die cutting. Everyone says plain. That's, yeah, sometimes less is more, isn't it? So now I wanted to use a little bit of this ribbon, and I should have done this before I put this on. Let me see if I can still do it. Oh, there we go. Because I like the red and white stripe, but I've got glue all over my fingers, so I'm starting to everything's starting to stick to me. Alright, so I'm just going to grab a little glue dot and put this behind where I'm going to put my knot on my bow. Now, I have to say that I was inspired on Saturday by Kayla Renee's card that she did on Saturday, where she used the More Than Autumn set for the little gingerbread men and the candy canes. Oh. And she did a live Saturday night, and so that's where I went, oh, I need to use those on my Christmas card. And let me just make that little bow a little bit shorter and turn it around the right way. Now, when you're adjusting the loops of your bow, put your finger on the knot and just pull the tails, right? And then that way, it doesn't unravel. Okay, so I'm just going to just cut off the excess. All right, we're not done yet. We're almost done. Now we need some real embellishments, okay, and we're going to use, of course, these red and white adhesive backed peppermints because we can, and I've also got, now what are these called? These are called adhesive back swirl dots as well, and I've also got those, but I don't think that I'm going to use those. I think I'm going to stick with the peppermints because I want to make this super Christmassy. And like I knew that the real red and the balmy blue went together, but it was in one of the papers that Stampin' Up! Released this year, they had real red and petal pink, and I'm like, oh, that's a really different colour combination, and I quite like it together. So it's very non-traditional colours. So just popping those there. This one over a little bit. So I've been reading all these novels on iBooks. They're all Christmas novels. I'm so excited. Love Christmas time because you get all these free iBooks with all Christmassy. And we need a few more of these. So our donuts definitely need, actually our little lemon meringue pies need a little peppermint on the top. I don't know how well they'll stay. And our donuts need a donuts need a peppermint as well. Oh, it doesn't need one of Steve's hairs on there. Ugh. That's a bit gross. Just pick that off. There we go. Ugh, gone. That needs a bit of a peppermint. Actually, it needs a bigger peppermint. If we're going to do it, let's do it properly. We'll pop some little peppermints over here. The only downside is that you can see the back of that one there. I should have moved that into a different spot, but that's okay. Pop this peppermint here. This one. Pop this peppermint over here. So it's a bit of a fun card, I think. Oh, we need some more peppermints. Let's just go peppermint mad. I'll just have to make sure I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need 11. Where did it go? It's run away. So I'm going to move that one and do a bigger one. So, do we like this little card? Oh, I got peppermints on my fingertips, so I need to put them over here. So I'll put that one there. I'm going to pop another couple here, just because I can. That one can go over there. Because you don't see them when the card is closed at the front. For one more. In there. Just make sure you can't see that. No, you can't see that when the card is closed, so that's good. Move this one over a bit. Pop that one over there, down there a bit. There we go. I'm quite happy with that. So there we go. So this is our, I think it's a double Z fold. I think that's what it's called. So this is for our local cafe, and yeah, I hope you like it. It made me feel really hungry. I've got gingerbread downstairs too, so I like what I really like is the ribbon, how it's just a bit different. It's not a traditional bow. Like I could have put a bow on there, but you know. Now, if you really wanted to, you could cover that back up of that one. Or you could just grab your, let's just grab our, I'm going to grab, do I have I grab my wink of Stella. And I'm just going to colour. I've dipped my wink of Stella in the pecan pie and I'm just going to colour it so that it doesn't look as white. Now I could have just got a piece of cardstock and covered it, but I just didn't. If I do it in the pecan pie, it sort of looks like it's supposed to be like a shadow. That's sort of what I'm thinking. And that way it doesn't look quite so stark now. I need some more up here. You might not like that I've done that, but I think it sort of works. It sort of makes it a bit different. And so what I'm going to do with my little gingerbread men is I've got some Wink of Stella. I'm just going to put that on my little gingerbread men on that. So the darker ones, they have been die cut, stamped on in early espresso and die cut on pecan pie. And then the lighter ones, they were coloured with a stamping blend and stamped on white. So this card is a little bit of a labour of love, but I think that it's quite worth it and worth the effort. And let's just do these ones. Oops. Ooh, that was close. Whew. Nearly lost it. Put a little bit, and I'll colour my cinnamon stick. There we go. There we go. So that is my little labour of love Christmas card. So it's very oh, thank you, Helen, that looks better than before. Thank you. Hi, Fiona. Did you get any mail today? Oh no, you won't get your mail today. You'll get it tomorrow. I've got something for you tomorrow. Remind me. I didn't post yours because I was seeing you. So here we go. This is our little Christmas card for Josh and Maya and the crew at Joe & Co, where we have coffee, cake and cards. I hope you liked it, and sorry it wasn't any stamping at all on that. Oops, you just got to be careful that your little peppermints don't slide off your glimmer paper. If they start to slide off, just grab a little bit of glue and put a bit of glue there and then pop it on. Like everything's sticking to my fingers because I've got glue on my fingers. And I have no clue where my Take My Pick tools are. Well, yes I do, they're downstairs. I did buy one for upstairs, but so there we go. So don't forget that there is currently free shipping for orders over $65. Just to recap on what we used the More Than Autumn set. We used the Christmas Labels bundle. Both of these are from the mini catalogue. We used the real red and white adhesive back peppermints and the coordinating twine. The ribbon was the iridescent striped ribbon, and these are the blends that I used. I used Lemon Lolly. I don't actually think that I used the Pretty in Pink, Petal Pink. I used Pecan Pie and Balmy Blue and the Real Red. And again, use those same stamps, ink pads, but I did use Pecan Pie as well, Petal Pink as well, I think. All right, so that's it from me for tonight. Hope you have a really great rest of the week. Yeah, don't forget there's free shipping. Don't forget the last chance list. I really do like this card. I don't really want to give it away now. I want to keep it. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, Fiona. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to give this away tomorrow. Fiona's going to be there to make sure that I give it away. And yes. And until next week, happy creating. I'll see some of you at our Christmas party on Saturday. It starts at 2 p.m. So please don't be early. Please don't be early. It stresses me out when people come to a Christmas party early because I'm never ready. And yeah, we will see some of you Saturday. And until next time, happy creating and bye for now.